remember my first ice-breaking session in school. I was just this cute little child standing there in front of the class. We were children, so everyone was curious, excited, and eager to know each other. At the same time, I also remember the questions that I had to answer after I introduced my name. I can still hear it very clearly in my head. This is because ever since then, the questions that I have to answer came in just like a routine. It's like deja vu all over again. And because of this, I started to make these questions as part of my personal pet peeves. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, since it is my CC1, I decided to share with you the 3 most typical questions being asked ever since my first icebreaking session. Now, what I remember the most is that it always started with, "Are you Chinese?" Honestly speaking, this is something that I'm always proud of. So when people ask me at first, I would say, yes, I am. But as people keep on asking me the questions over and over and over again whenever I did my ice-breaking session, I started to find it annoying. Okay. However, by looking at it through others' perspective, I do understand that it is because my name sounded like I'm Chinese, but I don't look Chinese. So people got curious, right? So here's the answer. My father is Chinese, my mother is Malay. Actually, she's half Chinese, because my grandmother on my mother's side is Chinese, but she was adopted since she was young by my great-grandfather, who is pure Malay. And then my grandmother got married to my grandfather, who is pure Malay, and so this whole thing does not seem to be very clear, but technically my mother is half Chinese, and that would make me, I'm not very good at maths. Yeah. Now moving on to the next question, which is, do you know how to speak Chinese? Again, this is something that I'm always proud of. But as people keep on asking me the same question, they make me think about certain things, such as, why does it matter that I know how to speak foreign languages? Why is it interesting for them to know? Why didn't they ask me if I know how to speak Malay or one of the 7 ethnic languages in Brunei, since Malay only covers 1/4 of my blood? Right. Definitely a pet peeve, but anyway, yes, I do know how to speak Chinese, specifically Mandarin. Thanks to my grandmother, we call her Papa. Papa managed to find a creative way to make us learn Chinese. For example, I remember this one time, I just rushed on her and just say, "Grandma, I need to pee," in English, because it was an emergency. And guess what? She said, "What? I don't understand." So, this was how I learned the hard way, but it works. Next is the 3rd and the last question. And people usually ask me this whenever they try to decide a nickname for me. And people would ask me, "So we're going to call you Ling, okay?" No options. First of all, my full name is Maydelyn Ling binti Muhammad Tony Ling. Maydelyn is the first word of my name, so you can call me May, Del, Lin, or even Maydelyn, which is what I most prefer of. Second of all, Ling is my surname. You cannot possibly call someone with their surname. To me, that is personally rude. A quintessential example would be, imagine I walk around, having a pretty dress, and I saw a bunch of friends, and then they say, "Hey, Maydelyn! Hey, Tony Ling, come here, join us, have some coffee. Ooh, I like your dress, it's cute." Tony Ling and a dress. So it does not seem to make any sense to me. Hence, don't call me Ling. Ugh, I've heard enough of these questions. So let's wrap it all up, shall we? The 3 most typical questions being asked was, number 1, am I Chinese? Number 2, do I know how to speak Chinese? And number 3, can you call me Ling? Ladies and gentlemen, I am Chinese. I do know how to speak Mandarin, and never call me Ling. And this is what I want to share with all of you. Back to you.